If I had to play one video game for the rest of my life, it would most definitely be this one. I used to play this game a lot during my early adolescence. Tony Hawk's Underground is, I would have to say, a staple of one's adolescence during the early 2000s. This one came out in 2003, late 2003. But I actually played this a lot during 2004 and 2005. And I gotta tell you, this was, one of my favorite video games to play during that year, during that time, along with like Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I know it's a bold statement, saying that I would, play this game for the rest of my life, but I've been seeing a lot of like memes on Facebook, and actually not a lot of them. I would see like some memes on Facebook about like, you know, yeah, like a certain like starter pack, for like new metal fans, and like jokes about like there's this one where one guy's asking, "You want to come over to my house? We'll pick up some Mountain Dew live wire, listen to POD, and play Tony Hawk's Underground," which basically means that, which basically indicates, I should say, that this game actually appeals to a lot of new metal fans, even though that there's not too much new metal on for the music on this game. The soundtrack to this game is an eclectic mix of like electronic, underground hip hop, and punk and metal bands, like, and some like a little bit of classic rock as well, like like the bands, it does have a lot of those skateboard games always have like punk soundtracks, like and like this particular game has, an like I said, an eclectic mix of rock, metal, electronic, that shit. you know Most of it I actually have, like Jane's Addiction, In Flames, you know oh man, there's like too many to name. There's Sublime, of course, was on it, and Alkaline Trio, Queens of the Stone Age. Just like a ton of a mix between like obscure bands and well-known bands. And like a lot of the obscure bands I'm still trying to get into, but because they're so obscure, um, it's very unlikely I'll probably find any of their stuff at like half price books or anything. But I wouldn't know that because like I said, I always look through the clearance section, and chances are I would find something like that in that section. But one band that's part of the obscure section of the music for this game that I just so happen to come across is this band. This is a band called the Midnight Evils. This I would have to say that they're a mix between like you know p- punk and like the garage, and they're also a part of like the garage rock revival of like the early 2000s, and with similar to bands like the White Stripes, the Black Keys, the Strokes, the Hives, Jet, all that kind of stuff. I'm a huge fan of that kind of stuff. I do like that shit a lot. And unfortunately, it has died down, the years. That genre actually started to take a shit after the rise of the indie rock, craze. But I like indie rock as well. But this is a very underrated band. I Their song, which is track 10 on this album, is Loaded and Lonely. And that appears on that video game, on Tony Hawk Underground. And like, This is their album Straight Till Morning, released in 2003 through Estrus Records. I actually found this at Reckless Records in Belmont in Chicago, and it was actually in like the bargain bin in that place. And I gotta tell you, to be honest though, I didn't actually recognize the title of the band. I just picked this up because the title of the band sounded cool. But then I sort of remembered that I came across. I was looking up like the for some reason I was looking up the credits for the songs on Tony Hawk Underground, and I just remember, and I saw their song "Loaded and Lonely" listed on the as one of the songs in the game, and I gotta tell you, now I'm actually more glad than ever to have caught this. It was a total steal. This was like only for like $2, and this album really does rock. This they have like released two other albums, one in 2001, the other 2 years after this one, and as well as like a couple EPs. In regards to what I read on discography. You know, this band is so obscure that it doesn't even have like a Wikipedia site. Even some bands that are like very widely unknown, they sometimes do have sites like that. But this band is extremely, you know, they have like completely fallen off the face of the earth. But I really enjoy this album. I really enjoy you know, garage rock is actually one of the most underappreciated, you know, genres in regards to alternative. You know, a lot of that shit is become like so, you know, although there has been, new releases from like Cage the Elephant and the Black Keys. But other than that, bands like, the White Stripes, well, although obviously Jack White is doing, he has his other bands, his solo act, and he was in the Dead Weather and the Rocket Tours for a while. And Meg White, God knows what she's up to nowadays. But anyway, so. Oh, and there's Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. I'm not sure if they're still together anymore, but I'm pretty sure that they've been, that they're still, kicking. But I haven't heard any, new releases just yet. But anyway, so along with Loaded and Lonely, a lot of the songs on this album are pretty awesome, you know. But I'm not sure if, considering the fact that, like I said, that this band is so, obscure and whatnot, I'm not sure if the song will have, like, a music video. I mean, just because they don't have a music video doesn't mean that they're not cool. I mean, with, a lot of complaints regarding how, like, how, like, MTV has ruined the music industry. But, back in that time. So they probably, video killed the radio star. I suppose that means that, music videos have very much, like, ruined the image of the band. I don't know. It's kind of like a very complicated story, but I would seriously give this a go if you are into like the garage rock stuff. Because like I said, I'm into modern garage rock. I love the Strokes. I love I would. I don't know if I would consider Queens of the Stone Age like a garage rock group, but they do have that kind of tone. But they're more like stoner rock, a little bit. But if you were into bands like the Datsuns, that's another underrated garage rock group. If you're into bands like that, and this also has a little bit of Clutch to go along with it, Clutch also appeared in Tony Hawk Underground, but if you are into those bands and if you're a huge garage rock revival, fan like I am, I would seriously, give this one a give this one a try and see if you can find their other stuff. I'm probably going to be on the lookout for their other stuff. Maybe not so much their EPs, but I'll see what if I can find them anywhere. If not, then that's fine. So, the Midnight Evils. Their album Straight Till Morning, released through Estrus Records, released in 2003. If you find this anywhere at your local record store, half price books, or pretty much anywhere, or a disc replay, just pick it up, or just look them up on Discogs and just see for yourself. Thanks for watching.